Hello, I'm Justin Whitaker, Senior Correspondent for Buddhist Store Global, and today we're speaking with Shveitta Sharma, and we've been having several great conversations with you with my colleague Raymond Lamb, and we're going to continue today discussing the topic of personal responsibility, especially looking at older generations, perhaps people in a more settled position or positions of power, looking at what we can do, what they can do to help instigate a new culture of inner peace.
Okay, fantastic question, because we are all in that age where we are supposed to be the role models, and the young generation looks up. And what has happened is that the creed in the 80s was greed is good. Remember that, and then we all grew up in that generation of greed is good. And those movies, the Wall Street and all these movies have very insidiously put in our heads that the more you have, the better it is and the happier you are. So it's very hard for our generation to detach from that subliminal conditioning that's been done to us. But now that we look back, we are in our late 40s, 50s, and we realize that greed is good dictum didn't really help. I mean, look what we've created. This is a world where everybody's angry, everybody wants more. We have messed up our environment. Our political systems are in an interesting, position. So have we created a better world by giving in to our greed? I personally don't think so. So to be a role model, I think, it's very nice to say that, do as I, the young people are actually always watching us. And then if we tell them, do as I say and not as I do. In fact, when my child was born, I used to make fun of it. I said, Inara, do as I say, not as I do. Which is really sad, because the young people will do as we do, So the onus actually lies on us. How do we come across and how do we change ourselves so that we become the better role models to the young? And you asked me how, right? So the whole idea is to again look at what actually have we created. What have we created? Have we created a better world? Or have we created a dissatisfied world? And if we've created a better world, fine. My definition of a better world may be different from yours. But if you think genuinely, cross your heart and hope to die, that you've done good for this world, continue. But if you think that in some way or form, your dissatisfaction, your fears and your greeds and jealousy has impacted the people around you or the world, look within and say, okay, how have I contributed? So the question we all need to ask is, how have I contributed to the betterment or the detriment of the society that I live in? And for me, like I said, I started on this journey only 15 years ago. Before that, I was also one of those people who wanted more, like I said, I'm a product of the 80s where greed was considered good, having 500 pairs of shoes, handbags. I'm not saying I've given up everything, because that's going to be a lie. But of course, now I think, do I really need something? Does it make me happy? Does it have a story? There's no need to buy things just for the sake of buying. Figure out where's the story. Where is this product coming from? I have a shawl that I never wore, which was given to me by my mother-in-law, and it's just lying there. But now I look at it and I say, oh my God, this has a story, because her mother-in-law gave it to her, she gave it to me, and it is valuable. It might not be expensive, but it's valuable. So these are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. Is it valuable or is it just expensive? And a lot of people go after the most expensive thing, the most expensive watch, handbag, jewelry. I am guilty. I'm not going to say that I don't get carried away. At times I do, but I question. I've started questioning, do I really need it? Is it important? And I think we all need to ask these questions. And again, what is my contribution? How am I contributing to a peaceful society? How am I contributing to better leadership? How am I contributing to becoming a better mother, a better person in the society, a better wife? All these are questions that I need to ask myself, and so do you. Like, you wake up in the morning and say, okay, how can I be a better person today? And just incremental steps, today. Okay, what can I do today to be a better person and bring my best self out? Tomorrow, second day. Don't think in huge, like, okay, in 10 years from now, I want to create this. Fine, but I think all of us, every day, incremental steps. Have I contributed or have I taken away from a better world?
So almost on a day-to-day basis.
A day-to-day, it has to be.
On
absolutely.
If we've contributed to good in the world.
Absolutely.
If we've caused problems, kind of examine ourselves.
Yeah.
And go to sleep, vowing to do better tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wake
it's a
up and see how to
reflection.
do it.
Every morning you have an agenda and like, okay, this is what I want to do. At night, have a reflection. Did I do it? Did I make one person smile today? That was my personal motto, was that every person I meet, every person who's met me even for 5 minutes, should leave slightly happier after having met me. And that's my personal goal, and that's it. So, and then at night, I actually reflect, like, did I cause pain to someone or did I, give them joy? And it's such a small thing. But if everyone started thinking like that, like, am I causing somebody pain or am I causing somebody joy? And then you see what is your life's mission. You could be a brilliant painter, you could be a brilliant singer. Find that joy and then share that with the world, not just the joy of making money. And we really need to get away from this lack mentality that we have not really created ourselves, but it's been subliminally, insidiously planted in us that you are not good without this, and this. And we we live in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is, like I said, it is one of the very materialistic places, but it's got so much more. It's such a beautiful city we live in, and we just need to focus on the things that money cannot buy.
Right. Our
which
own
is relationships, your own health, your own spiritual growth, your emotional growth. This is not dependent on money.
Yeah, and the wonderful thing about this is it's something anybody virtually can do, because it just takes a few minutes in the morning, in the evening.
Absolutely.
Just taking yourself outside of the chaotic flow of consumption and maybe television and social media, which I think we often get just so accustomed to living in 24/7.
Absolutely. You need to take the time out. You need to disengage from the outside to engage with the inside. And this is really, really, really important. It's easier said than done because of the constant bombardment, but it's possible. I've done it. I know people who managed to do it. Even really, really busy executives. Like, I have a friend who goes running every day, and while he's running, he's completely detached. Like, his focus is only on running, and he runs 45 minutes a day, and he's like a pretty senior, very, very, very senior banker. So if he can do something to detach from the outside world for those 45 minutes, maybe not everybody has 45 minutes, but we all have 15 minutes. And if somebody tells me they don't have 15 minutes, I'm sorry. You need those 15 minutes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great. So moving from the individual level toward greater societal questions. How would you recommend doing that?
A society is nothing but a group of individuals. Like if we at an individual level can recover and heal, it is automatic that the society will heal. So, my focus is always on fixing yourself. Fix yourself. Every day, do whatever you can to become a better human. Every day. Like, it's a relentless activity, like I want to become a better person, and then a collection of better persons, a better society. And I'm not in a position to pass judgment that this person is right, this person is wrong. I think everybody is doing what they think is right. But then again, there are these ballpark figures that we know that this is right, this is wrong. A lot of people will point fingers at other people, and I think that's not the answer. I can point finger at you, but then the old adage, one finger at you, three at me.
Yeah.
So it always comes back to me. How am I a part of this creation? And that's the only thing I actually believe in. That, and it's right now it's easy for me to say because I'm sitting here alone, but I do have disagreements with my own husband, and I will try and push my ideas onto him. But I also know that it's like water off a duck's back. It won't impact him. So it's a very fine line. So I know I cannot change him. I can change me, or, okay, let's talk about healthy eating. Let's just give you a simple example. So in our house, he likes a certain kind of food, I like a certain kind of food. But if I encourage him to eat the unhealthy food, we're all becoming unhealthy. So what I can do is I can ask, or I can cook the healthy food. He has no choice. He has to eat the healthy food, right? Similarly, the society, if all of us start becoming better people, having proper thoughts, automatically the society will change. Like I said about the morphogenic field, our ideas are not in our heads. Our ideas, our thoughts, and our words impact the world outside. So if I am always angry and bitter, that's the energy I'm sending out, because it's a morphogenic field. You heard of the butterfly effect, right? So we know that a butterfly were flapping its wings in the Amazon or wherever,
creates a typhoon in Hong Kong.
Exactly. So it's and also the you've heard of the study of the monkeys who started peeling the bananas.
I haven't heard this.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Like the monkeys would eat the bananas with the peel, and in a certain area, the monkeys or somebody showed them how to peel a banana, and before we knew it, monkeys completely in different parts of the forest, who were not even they couldn't even see each other, were peeling their bananas. So because it's the vibrations or the telepathy or whatever it is, but our thoughts and our actions and our deeds are not limited to us.
Yeah.
Whatever we think, do, will get out in the universe. And there are so many studies to show that, like they say, like if there is a problem and there's no solution, right? But somebody finds that solution, within half an hour, people around the world will find a solution to the same problem. Yeah. How does it happen? Again, the morphogenetic, the field, because the problem suddenly has a solution, and now that solution has come out in the universe, and other people around the world have picked on it.
Excellent.
So these are all very interesting questions and ideas, but we all have a moral obligation to create a better world.
Yeah, and I like to come back to what you said about cooking for your husband.
Right.
As at certain points in our lives, we are the decision maker.
Right.
We are the ones in control, sometimes of ourselves, sometimes of our family, sometimes of a larger company or sector of society, and you can influence just by saying, we're going to cook better food.
Yeah.
So maybe
I'm going to use less plastic.
Yeah.
In my house, I'm going to use less plastic.
Yeah.
So automatically, there are 4 people who are using less plastic.
Exactly. And if you're the owner of a large company, it could be 400. Or the mayor of a city, it could be 40,000.
Yeah. So
just
lead by example.
Yeah.
Lead by example, and actually really spend time thinking of what you think you really want. And let's go back to that greed is not good. We know it has not helped. And we are already living 1.5% the capacity of our planet. We are consuming so much that we are actually killing our planet.
Yeah.
There is this Pachamama Alliance. I don't know if you've heard about that. It's a beautiful organization, which actually shows how we are consuming so much, and we are living really at the tipping point when we will create a society and a world which we are not happy to be in.
Yeah, I've done the footprint calculator you can do on the internet. There's a website for that, and you enter in your lifestyle choices, and it tells you how many Earths you're using.
Wow.
And I was always 2, 3. If I'm flying from the US to Hong Kong regularly, it goes way up. If I'm living in a bigger house, it goes way up. So there are all these concrete things you can do. It's like, oh, I can downside this. I can eat less meat. Wow, my Earth print or footprint calculator goes down, down,
Can you
down.
send that?
Yeah, we'll make sure that there's a link for all of our viewers.
Yeah, because I think it's important. The thing is, we don't know. We don't know our consumption lifestyle because we never even think about it.
Yeah.
You know, now that you've told me, I will suddenly think about it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I said, it's all about awareness. Because if we don't create the awareness and we allow other people to decide what is good, what is bad, you know, I think everything starts with awareness.
Yeah, that's the
Just
Buddhist
planting the
teaching
seeds,
is greed and aversion both arise out of ignorance. If we can cut off the ignorance, greed has no place to be.
No, it's awareness, you know, and like Buddha said, no, you see with different eyes, see with new eyes, you know, it's the same problem, but you see it with a new set of eyes. I don't know, it's somewhere, anyway.
Yeah. Need to see things clearly.
Yeah, exactly.